So in this video, we're going to be doing a couple of things that need to be done to the car. You know, these are things that I've spotted or just things that I just want to do for peace of mind, because with a car with such high mileage, I've really got to keep on top of the maintenance, because if I do let it slip, then it's not going to be as forgiving with this high mileage. So I have been out, I've got myself some fresh oil, I've got an oil filter, I've got a fresh air filter and also pollen filters. Now, you're probably wondering, how are pollen filters that important? The reason they're so important is because I've got to go in there anyway, because what tends to happen underneath the pollen filters is you get a buildup of leaves sometimes, which this car, it's a bit messy in the engine bay, there are a few leaves. So I really want to make sure it's clear under there and make sure it's free of leaves and debris, because that builds up with water and that results in you having damp carpets, because the water will build up. And it did this in the 5 Series, where the water will build up and then it will trickle through where the pedals are and then go to the back footwell. So yeah, we're going to be checking that, and it's just a case of like, while I've got the pollen filters off, I may as well change them. So it's just one of those really, because don't know when they've last been changed, and let's be real, pollen filters, people don't really tend to deal with those, do they? They don't really bother with them. Also, another thing is the gas struts need changing for the bonnet, because the bonnet doesn't hold itself up. And I've noticed the thermostat needs changing as well, because when plugging in my diagnostics tool, I've done a live view after I've been for a drive, and it's only really getting up to about 66 degrees, the coolant temp, when really we should be around the 90 degrees. You could argue it is because it's a diesel, and diesels do take a bit of time to warm up, and it is the winter, but I don't know, personally I'm not convinced, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I know there are 2 thermostats. There's one on the engine and there's a thermostat on the EGR, but I am umming and ahhing about just doing an EGR delete, because I think it's the EGR is being a bit funny anyway, so I might just blank it off. But we'll see, one step at a time. Do let me know in the comments if you know on this variant of BMW if you do have to have the EGR coded out, because I'm not 100% sure. I think you might do, but I'm not sure. Right, so if I have to be honest, I've never done these before, but the problem I've got is you lift the bonnet up and it wants to come back down. Always coming back down. So we're going to change both sides, and I've never done them before, so I think it's just a case of popping these clips off the ends. I don't know, I'm going to figure it out one way or another, aren't I? Okay, so that's the first job done. These are the old ones, and they're not, I don't know, they're not too bad, but obviously they're not good enough because they're not holding the bonnet. Because now when we lift the bonnet up, we get this. It does that all by itself and stays up, so we haven't got to worry about that. So now we can do the rest of the things that we need to do: cabin filter, air filter, and oil change. Okay, so now it's just the air filter, which is just these things here. Really easy. You just pull them down. So this one, for example, was on down there, like that. You just push it, pull it out of the way. So now we can lift this up, inspect, and to be fair, it's probably due one. It's not mega bad, but it's bad enough, I think. Okay, so this is the underside of it, and obviously it's got a good collection of stuff in there, so probably a good job with changing it, you know, help it a little bit. Just for reference, the old, the new one. Looks a lot cleaner, and this one is a Melee one, so it's going to be OEM equivalent, if not better. So now we've done that, we just pop the clips back on. Done 2 already there, just to show you how they sort of go. I'll take this one off. So it's like that, and then it just goes on like that, and then this plastic thing, you just push it down and you'll feel it clamp it. That's the same as well around these. This one's exactly the same, but just at the bottom. So make sure that goes on under there, and just lift up. It's a bit tricky to do it with one hand. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total around the edge. Right, so with these, all you have is a bolt here, but it's not like a normal bolt. You just twist it like 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and that'll unlock it. And then you've got this bar here that just pings off. It's the same on the other side, except there is an electrical connector. Oh my god. Yeah, this definitely needs hoovering. So usually if you're just changing the cabin filters you won't go this far, but this next step, because I've seen how many leaves there are, I'm going to need to check under here. So if you don't check for leaves under there, you do get water blockages. This can result in water in the cockpit, which is the last thing you need. The main drainage is there, that was covered with leaves. So I'm just going to check everything out. You see, it's stuff like that in that drainage gap there that gets mouldy over time, turns to basically soil, builds up in the drainage and blocks it, causing your interior to get flooded. So luckily I think we've catched this one pretty early. Another thing to mention with these plastic bolts here that turn only 90 degrees, if they don't go anti-clockwise, just try them clockwise, because you'll be able to tell, because you'll be putting all your force into it and they won't be moving. Right, so once you've got that out of the way, you'll see your brake reservoir. So you ever need to do any brake jobs, this is where you go. But again, this is another common place where water builds up. I think this is where it went on my last 5 series. So that drain was all blocked up down there. It built a little puddle in here and then went through the where the pedals are. So I said again, I think we may have got a little lucky with this. If you're getting this far, just try and get your hand down there, see if you can feel out. So there's nothing too bad in here. I can't feel anything too bad. But if you need to know how to clear those out, then you can either blast some water through, or if they're jammed up, like proper jammed up, you have to take the wheel arch liner off and squeeze where it drains. If you have a look online, you should be able to see a video on that quite easily. It's quite a common problem. Right, so basically you do the exact reverse of what you've done once you've got all of that out. If you do that step, just make sure you got those connections back in there, new pollen filters in, and your rubber strip, and make sure everything's aligned. It should just want to slot into its natural position. But yeah, there's not a lot to it. Okay, so I've started draining the oil, and I've used 2 catchers there because it does take apparently between 7 and 8 litres of oil. I've also got my Melee oil filter looking nice there. Thought I'd go for a decent brand. This also comes, this is when you know you've got a good kit. You've got the washer for the sump plug, you have the big O-ring, the medium O-ring and the small O-ring, because there is more than one O-ring on this oil filter, and a lot of kits, I'm sure, they only come with the one O-ring, so I'm quite happy with that. So now I'm just going to wait for this to come to as good of a stop, and then just put the sump plug back in, and then we'll work on the oil filter. So this is our old oil. As you can see, it's black, but then again, it's diesel, so they just turn black anyway straight away. Now I'm going to undo the oil filter, which is here. I am going to be expecting a slight bit of mayo, and that's not because the head gasket is gone, it's because the thermostats aren't doing their job properly, so the car's not getting up to temp, and you've got residual moisture, and the vac system is a bit overloaded, so then you get that in the rocker cover. So it's nothing to worry about, because obviously it's not in the coolant and it's not in the dipstick. So they're the 2 main things. Now I had a scary moment there where I put nearly all my force into it and then it eventually just broke free. That's scary, because these are only meant to be held on with 9 Newton meters of torque, and that felt like 90. So yeah, I'm happy it's moved, and I'm happy the top hasn't snapped off. The fact that it's got cobwebs around it as well doesn't really give me a lot of confidence in how it's going to be, but we'll see. Let's have a look. Like I said, I feel like it could have a bit of mayo around it because of how it's been running. No, that's not too bad then. I think I'm just going to run with it for now, but at a later date I think I'm going to change that, because it looks like they've snapped and I don't know how. Obviously I don't think they're meant to look like that. Should be alright for now, but we will definitely change that. Okay, so actually scratch that idea of putting that back in like that. I've just taken those loose bits off and it's going to go back in like that for the time being, because I just thought about the risk of a tiny piece of plastic going into the oil feed. It's going to be game over and it's not really worth it, is it? I believe I've got myself a part number right there. get a new one of these. We should be golden, and it's just the cost of a new filter. Okay, so that's a big seal put back on, the medium and the small one at the end. As I say, we do need a new oil filter housing, but we're going to get that in good time. I've snapped off those little fragile bits, so it should be okay. There shouldn't be any shrapnel getting into the oil. Time to put it back in, torque it back up to 9 Newton meters of torque, or just don't go crazy on it, and we should be golden. So that is the car serviced with the air filter, pollen filter, gas struts changed on the bonnet, and oil changed, and a clean and a nice detail. Comes up pretty nice. I have to say, I absolutely love the arse end on this, with that AC Snitzer spoiler, but I do need to sort it out. It's a bit loose. It's more on this side. Don't know how well you can see that. It's a bit loose. Don't think it's going anywhere, but we'll see. I don't think it's bolted in either. I think it's just silicone, so it'd be a shame if I lost it. I might just get a body shop to put it back on for me proper.